Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I am glad you're here. Today is New Year's Day. So, Happy New Year's. Happy 2026, right? We are looking at a fresh start for a lot of people. See, some people don't like the new year, and some people expect too much out of the new year. I am a practical person, and I am a happy, on the norm, happy-go-lucky person. So I just look at it like, okay, let's see what we can do. Bring it on kind of thing. So if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here again and again and again. If you are a new viewer, sweetness, let me warn you, I love to talk. My channel is usually about knit, crochet, and sewing, and I'm slowly getting back into all three of those. Well, two of those. Knitting, I'm hoping, is coming soon. Me getting back into my knitting. I am working with my hand a lot, trying to get it to hold knitting needles, which I use circulars, so I will practice 2 or 3 times in a week. You know, anything more kind of upsets me and stresses me out. Anyway. So, today, I have some updates on some whips that I'm working on. And usually, y'all, my whips don't take me this long. But you know, for those of you who are new here, I suffered a very bad concussion in October. And the cumulative effect was I lost control of the left side of my body. It wasn't paralyzed in the sense that I didn't feel it. I never lost sensation other than my peripheral neuropathy, but I just couldn't control my left arm and my left leg. And in the beginning, the left side of my face. But I have made a lot of strides in coming back from that. I'm walking without a walker now. I'm navigating steps. I haven't navigated more than a few steps at a time, you know, stairs. So we're working on it now. And if you will learn anything about watching me, even when my world feels like it's falling apart, even when I am sad and just heartbroken, I try to find joy. I try to find good. I try to find the silver lining. And maybe that is too Pollyanna for a lot of people. I don't do that 24/7, but I do it for a large part of who that's who I am. And my daughter-in-law, sometimes she'll get aggravated at me. She loves me. She's my best friend, and I'm her best friend. But sometimes she's like, you know, I don't need to see the good. I just need to experience what I'm experiencing. I'm like, I got it. Love you, but I got you. So anyway, to the yarn content of my channel today. Now, in 2026, I am going to be, let's talk about that first. And then I'll catch y'all up on my whip updates. All right. So, a few months ago, I had shared some patterns, knit and crochet with y'all. Well, I do plan on doing the knit options as well to what I'm going to show you. All right, let me back up. For those of you who are new, whether it's this video or just, you know, a couple videos back, and you haven't went back and watched a lot of my previous videos, I am setting a challenge for myself in 2026. I had gotten this from a fellow YouTuber. I think they posted this like a year, maybe 2 years ago. I saw it like 8-9 months ago. My memory is one of the things that unfortunately was affected by that concussion. I'm not 100% sure at this moment, okay? And the frustrating part about that is it comes and goes. But when the premise behind it is to use that year's worth of yarn. So we're looking at 2026. And originally I thought, oh, let's do 2,026 ounces. That's too much. So then I said, let's do 2,026 grams, which is more attainable, but too attainable. So then I said, are you still with me? Have I lost you yet? So then I said, what if I do 2,026 grams, which equal about 72 ounces of knit, then do 2,026 grams, which convert to 71.5 to 72 ounces of crochet. So I can do those because when I'm looking at some of my projects, especially the wearables, it's depending on the yarn, the yarn weight and everything, you're going to have a different reading. So, I don't know if this is going to work, but probably not. I'm going to have to figure out my gauge on that. So, since I cannot knit right now, my first crochet project, I do want to make a t-shirt. And let me see here. I'm going to move my laptop over here. Nope, I really can't see it there. So I'm going to put it... Ooh, I did not mean to hit you. Well, I hit my stand. All right. I'm so used to trying to use my left arm to type, and I can't. All right. So, oh, wait. I don't even need to type anything. I still have them. No, I do need to type something. And I'm working with the sun right here shining down on this. But I'm going to find out. Let's see. Lyocell versus Tencel. I think they're the same thing. Okay, so yeah. Tencel is a brand of Lyocell. So, okay. Now I can get back to where I was trying to head. So, the t-shirt that I want to do first is, and I have my little handy dandy, because see, I have, hang tight. Now, for those of you who have been with me for a minute, I'm going to show you something. And this is progress to where most people would not know that this is progress. But I can sit here and hold my hand, and I can do that. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot to most people, but the fact that I can tell my hand to move like this, and I can just simply hold it, that is an accomplishment for me. But anyway, I have my handy dandy little thing, and for the knitting, I want to do the Aria tee, and it says for the large, which I am, because my bust is 40 inches around. It is 50 grams, and it keeps flipping back on me. So this 50 grams of DK. Now I don't know what this is supposed to be. It doesn't tell me, of course. Well, yes, it does. It says this is a worsted weight, a medium. So this was the one that I planned on using because the designer used sorry. Let me back up. All right. I'm getting ahead of myself. I've been so excited to share this stuff with y'all that I went straight to knitting. And I'm not a fiber arts preference snob. But I do think that for garments, I tend to go for knitting first. And I can't do that right now. So I'm going to go to crochet. So just give me just a second because I'm looking at my camera and I'm scared that that sun is causing it to go across my thing and have a very bad lighting. Okay. Good news is it doesn't affect it, so we're good to go. I am having technical difficulties, but if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that's fine. So if the camera angle did move a little bit, I'm sorry. It's very hard for me to set my phone in the clip one-handed, so it's not always exact if I try to move it. Now, going back to what I was saying, usually I go for the knitting, but I can't do that right now. So I am going to flip the page. I do plan on, when I can knit, I do plan on doing the Aria tee and the knit Main Street top. And I will share those. I have those in a video a few months ago. So if you want to look back, you can. Or, you know, just stay tuned. And when I can do those things, I will have them linked below in the description on the video that I do them. I share them with you. Now, for this, I'm going to see, hold on one second. I have to get my mouse. I don't know why I do that, because I can never find it. I can never find where my mouse is on this thing. So, the first one I want to do is, that's the tank top. I don't want the tank top. I want, it's called, oops. Okay, I'm moving. Apparently, I am doing my thing so hard that I'm moving my table. It's called the Forest Breeze Tee. According to this, for the large, for the 40 some odd, sometimes it does 41, sometimes it does 42, whatever, however many inches across the bust, which is mine is a large, which kind of disturbs me a little bit, but I guess by measurements, I'm not a small framed person, so even when I am my smallest, I will never go down to a medium. But anyway, it says I need 7 of the yarn that she uses, and I never do that. Because very rarely do I have what they require or what they use. She uses, let me see if I can grab this real quick. A cotton yarn. Okay, so she says Lana Grassa Wakame. I don't know. It's a 75% cotton and 25% sea sail viscose. So that's where this comes in. And I bought this at Hobby Lobby when they were having clearance back in 2018, 2019. And it's the lyocell. So it is the This is 100% of it. So this does not say it's cotton, but you know what? We're going to go with this. And I have to figure out, because this gauge says it is 16 stitches by 20 rows with a, oh, excuse me, I was looking at knitting. See, my brain just naturally goes that way. And it's not that I have anything against crochet. It's just my brain automatically, when I'm thinking wearables, I go for knitting stuff. All right, so for the crochet, it says on a 5.5 millimeter hook, it's 12 single crochets by 14 rows. Now, this says it needs to be 16 double crochets by 10 rows. So I'm going to make a gauge swatch. Because I look at it like this. Like with this shirt, this was, this is a pattern by Originally Lovely. It is a knit pattern. And it was the Perfect Tee. And I can link that down below. Now, there were things that I did differently than the pattern called for. But from here, basically to the end, or till about hip level, I did what the pattern said. I did an I-cord. I picked up stitches along there, and you can see, and maybe it was the yarn choice. I don't know. This is a KC cotton yarn, not the typical cotton. I have it up there, but I don't have it down here with me. I should have, since I was wearing the shirt. But it was, I didn't pick up my stitches very well to bind them in an I-cord binding. And it did I-cord binding on all the edges. Well, at the bottom of mine, I did a split hem, okay? And then I did a ribbed hem. What I wish I had was, and you'll see me because I keep pulling at this, it irritates me. And I don't reach for it as often as I would love to. That's why I'm looking at other options that are V-necks, whether it's going to be crochet or knit. And if I may end up trying to modify the Perfect Tee to make the V-neck, I don't know yet. Because I do have these other knitted options that I want to try that have the V-neck, I might not, I might not worry about trying to alter this pattern. So, all right, we're flipping back to crochet now. When I made this garment, I did a gauge swatch. And I couldn't hit her gauge because I was using a fingering weight yarn, and I can't remember what I don't know if I have it pulled up. I don't think I do. I don't. So I can't remember exactly what her gauge was and the yarn that she used. I thought that she used either a DK or sport weight. So there was no way I was going to be able to hit gauge. So I used what gauge I did get and did the math. So that, because of the change in yarn weights. So I know I can do it. And I'm hoping that I don't like gaps in wearables. And that's usually why I do not gravitate toward the crochet options. So, because I don't want my bra showing, y'all. I'm old school. I just don't like it to show. And yes, maybe if I get I really do need to invest in a nude colored bra, I guess. Because it does bother me. So, I'm hoping that I can get this into a good enough gauge to where my size is appropriate, and that I don't knit it, that I don't crochet it too small or too tight, because unfortunately the Sea Breeze is done in panels, and I done moved off of that pattern. Why did I do that? There it is. Nope, that's the tank. I keep pulling up the tank version. Okay. The fit of this one is a little looser than I want, but most of these that I've found that I want, that have the V-neck, that are t-shirt, have positive ease. And I don't mind positive ease. I have a lot of positive ease on this one. But I love the drape. So what I may do is, I can't use this for this crochet version unless I held 2 strands together. That would give me a DK weight. I might try that. I don't know yet. I don't know. I do have 2 options. I have the Forest Breeze tee, and then I have the Sweet Summer tee. Now, the Sweet Summer tee is done. See, neither one of these are done in a way that I can try it on as I go, because it's 4 panels for this one. It is the front, the back, and then the 2 sleeves, which I may end up trying to figure out how, once I do the front and the back panel, I may sew them together and then work the sleeves down, because I have wings, y'all. I have wings. So I want something that will be appropriate. I do have a tank top. I do wear tank tops. But when my arms are covered, I am my most comfortable. It is what it is. Now, I don't know how long I've been recording, so I do wanted to show y'all my updates, but I might have to get into that later. I don't know, because I'm still not done talking about this. Now, yes, I know, I'm trying to beat a dead horse. And that is not anything against horses. Y'all know I had 7 horses. I don't anymore, but I did. So, the one bad thing about this stuff being clearanced is, for one, I don't know that they even sell it anymore. It's called Fresh Haven Pewter Twist is the color of that one. So I have 2. I had to make sure that these were, because let me tell you. All right, this is Pewter Twist. This is Onyx Twist. And I don't know. See, I even used my left hand, to get these lined up. So this one right here is Pewter Twist. This one right here is Onyx Twist. They're very... Somebody must be pulled up. Y'all can hear May in the background. So they have, they're very, very close. But what I'm going to do, they didn't have enough back then for me to get a lot of any one. So I ended up getting 3 or 4 of the Pewter Twist. I think it was 3. And then 2 Onyx Twist. And then a third one that I didn't realize that I had gotten that was different. And this is called Optic White. So for this Sea Breeze, I'm going to be combining these 3. Now, I'm hoping, and I'll show you with the natural light hitting them. I'm hoping that I can alternate, like 2 rows of this, 2 rows of this, and 2 rows of this. Because I don't mind it looking like it was an intentional striping, but I don't want to add... I don't want to do like the top and pewter and then run out and do the onyx and then, have the optic white, which is really, really ironic because it has less white in this than the other two do. But I'm going to figure it out. If I can get my gauge. Now, once I figure out my gauge with this, because see, the Forest Breeze, it's calling for, I think, a 4mm hook. Let me go back. Let me go down. Okay. I must have passed it. I get happy when I'm scrolling with my mouse. Okay. Material. Yarn. There's no... Oh. Okay. So she has it in a different color. It's not black. So when I was looking at it, I couldn't see it because of the sunlight coming in my window. But yes, she has a 4mm hook. This recommends a 5.5mm hook. So if I am able to go down to a 4mm hook and get gauge, that would be, it would be a little bit tighter of a weave, right? A little tighter of a fabric, which would play well into my modesty side, but I don't know if it would be like a nice drapey. But y'all, this stuff is just so soft. And let me see the care of this stuff. All right. I can machine wash and dry this stuff. We're cooking with gas then, because I use wool, I use acrylic, I use cotton bamboo, and now I'm going to use sea cell. I think that's what live cell is. Let me try to find it again. I gotta find my mouse. I lose this thing worse than this. And it doesn't help that I have it. Okay, there it is. All right, let me go straight up. Ooh, okay. So it is not sea cell. My bad. But it is pulp. It's a wood pulp. So that is weird. I thought it was sea cell. Okay. So, all right. We're going to find out on that. We're going to find out just how well that works. But it is very soft, and it is machine wash and dryable, which is very good for me because I do live in the South. It is hot. In fact, I am sitting here in a t-shirt that I made and shorts. Yeah. Yep. New Year's. Oh, and by the way, for those of y'all who are wondering, I will not be doing any fireworks tonight. I am keeping clear of fireworks for the moment until all of this heals because I can't move fast. And I really wasn't moving at all the day I got hit with that. But, yeah. And if you were wondering what that was, then go back to my Christmas vlog or my Christmas episode. But I am looking at trying to get geared up for tomorrow. Because tomorrow, like I said, while y'all are watching this, I'm going to start this, okay? So I have to try to work in a gauge swatch tonight. Which is only 2:30. Oh, crud. I have not figured out anything for dinner. Yeah, I've been doing good, y'all. I've been cooking dinner, and I made some homemade yeast rolls last night, which was the first time using that recipe. And I'm going to do it again. I loved the texture of it, but it was very bland. But The recipe did say it was more for a savory thing, like if you wanted to use it with soups and stuff like that, more of a to sop up the juice and stuff like that. But, and yes, another Southerner made the recipe, so we say sop it up, you know, when you have the juice and stuff, and, you know, anyway. So I made it, and I love it, except, and it was only a 30-minute yeast roll recipe. So I think what I'm going to do is add some sugar or some brown sugar. It did have sugar because you have to activate the yeast, but I'm going to add some kind of sweetener. I don't know if I'm going to use honey or some brown sugar or just some extra regular sugar, but I do want it to have a little bit of sweetness, just a little bit. And another thing is I didn't really get a whole lot of the yeasty flavor. You know, like when you go out to eat and they have those yummy, yummy yeast rolls. Well, I want it to kind of have that flavor. But, you know, I can tweak it. Anyway, but what I loved about it is when I saw, what is her name? I'll try to remember later. I don't have time to get it, to post it and do all that today. But I was watching her video, and it's Hillbilly something. And if y'all know who she is, put it in the comments, because I don't remember. And if I remember later, after my son edits this and everything, maybe I can do it in the pinned comments or something. But anyway, she was doing it, and she was essentially doing it one-handed. So I was like, if she can do her video essentially one-handed, her other hand was there, but she really never used it. So I'm thinking, I can do this. If she's doing, I got this. And y'all, I did it. I did it. So, I was very proud of myself. And when I'm thinking of, I did some sauteed chicken and some mashed potatoes, which now, okay. So y'all know I do like to do some food prep and whatnot, and preserving food. Well, last year is in 2024, not 2025. But see, I'm recording this, it's still 2025 now. When y'all watch this, it's going to be 2026. But in 2024, I had bought, unintentionally, okay, mind you, I had bought a 10-pound bag of russet potatoes. Didn't think anything about it, got home, and there was another bag sitting right there below where because I have a hanging rack for my potatoes and onions and garlic. And I didn't realize that I never put my last bag up there. So I had 20 pounds of potatoes. So what I did, I peeled them, I chopped them into cubes, I blanched them for 2 minutes, I put them flat on a cookie sheet, put that in the freezer. Once it froze, I put them all in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. And I had not tried them. That was the first time I'd ever done it, and I hadn't tried them. So yesterday, I'm sitting here, I was thinking, what could I have with the sauteed chicken? I was like, oh, you know what? Some mashed potatoes would be heavenly. But I haven't tried peeling a potato with this hand yet. And I really don't, because I don't peel it with a potato peeler. I peel it with a knife. So I didn't have enough confidence in my left hand's ability to hold the potato for my right hand to cut it, or to peel it. So I was like, you know what? I have those potatoes in the freezer. So I pulled them out. I used about half a bag, put it in my pot, boiled it. Worked beautifully. Now, I don't know what that would do for any other type of use. I had thought about maybe having them for, some hashed brown potatoes in the morning, but we're not big breakfast eaters around here. So I might do it for dinner one night and do a breakfast for dinner, because I love some scrambled eggs, grits, bacon. So I could totally substitute the grits for the hash browns. and just do those in my cast iron like I did my chicken last night. Oh, can you imagine how good that's going to be? All right, now I'm getting hungry. But the whole point of that was I forgot to take anything out for dinner. So I might cook some chili because I can defrost the hamburger meat in the microwave and get it going. And if I go ahead and put it on the stove right after I finish this, I could probably have it ready to eat by 5:30. Yeah. So I think I might do that. Boy, did you know what you were getting in when you started watching this video? But, oh, yeah. I have been buying these things. This black raspberry by the 12 packs. Because Walmart has them. Now, they used to be $9.98 for a 12 pack. And they were $1. They used to be $1 a piece, but they went up. And it's so funny because I always thought sparkling ice was crazy. And now I drink it like it's going out of style. But yeah, I tend to like the strawberry, the Starburst version of the sparkling ice, the strawberry and the watermelon, and then the regular sparkling ice. I like the strawberry kiwi, but sometimes it's a little acidic. And I have a boo-boo on the inside of my lip right now, so it is not going well for the strawberry kiwi. But then the black raspberry is my go-to. So, all them squirrel moments. You know, I got squirrels back here. I got squirrels in here. I just want to say thank y'all. I really appreciate y'all being here. And a couple of you have reached out with some ideas for me about my hospital bill, and I appreciate that. So we'll see how it works, and we'll see how we'll see. Okay. I can't do anything until the billing department gets back with me about, possibly doing payment arrangements or something. Because I told them, I said, you can bill me for the entire $23,149, and I'm not going to be able to pay that in one fell swoop. So you're going to have to kind of work with me. It is not the first big hospital bill I've ever had. But unfortunately, I don't know this hospital's policies because I used to go to MCG over in Augusta, Georgia, so I didn't get chose to go to this hospital. If it would have been up to me, I wouldn't have went to the hospital at all. But it wasn't up to me. And everybody that I've spoken with that was there that night said, yeah, you had to go. There was no question. So, it's a matter of trying to work with a new hospital because I don't know their policies. I don't know anything about these people. And they turned me down for the financial aid part. So I'm thinking, okay, well, are you going to be that resistant to helping me paying the bill? So we'll see. And yes, I will keep y'all updated. And Mia, it's easier for me to keep you updated in a video than it is to type everything out. So if you do miss a video, I'm sorry. This is probably the easiest way for me to do it. And that's no offense to you, sweetheart. That's just, it's easier for me to do it this way. So, by the time, like I said, by the time y'all see this, I will have already started one of these two. I may gauge swatch for both of them because the gauge swatch for the Sweet Summer Tea is half double crochets now. It's 16 half double crochets by 12 rows. So I might gauge swatch for both of them and see, because I might get going in the Forest Breeze and not like how it's coming out, or the gaps might be too big, and then I need to go down to a half double crochet, which will be, it will be a denser fabric, but I'm hoping that I could still get the drape. So I want an enclosed fabric to where you don't, to where my modesty is appeased, but I also don't want, I want the drape. I don't want the stiffness. So yeah, dilemmas. So in the meantime, I hope that your New Year's Eve and your New Year's Day is everything that you needed it to be. Mine is going to be chilling, probably hanging out with family. I don't know, my daughter-in-law and my grandson aren't feeling that terrific, so they'll probably want to stay at home, and I understand that. We had enough fireworks Christmas Eve. And sometimes, even when we've done fireworks on New Year's Eve here, we'll do it right after dark, and then, because not very many people of us, not all of us, even stay up to watch the ball drop anymore. My husband does, but you know, that's because we have reversed. I used to be the night owl and he used to be the daytime person. Well, now the only reason why I changed from being a night owl is because I had my sons. So, yeah. Anyway, thank y'all for being here with me, and I appreciate all of you. I do want to say that when I sit down and I start to talk, I get so excited because I know you know what I'm talking about. When you haven't seen a friend in a minute. And yes, I do. I talk to y'all twice a week, but I'm really thinking about upping that. And I think I might add an extra day in for this, for the challenge that I got going for myself, my 2026 usage challenge. And then keep my Monday and Thursdays for my regular content. Or I might incorporate it all in and add a third day anyway. I don't know yet. I told y'all I was thinking about it. But anyway, I hope you have a great one. I hope you find some joy in something today, whether it is just hanging out, playing with yarn. And if you can't do that right now, whatever makes you happy, whether it's diamond painting, watching TV, watching podcasts, I mean, whatever it is, have you a great afternoon, morning, evening, whenever you get a chance to sit down and watch this, because I'm late filming this. That's why I was worried about the sun earlier. But again, you know, sometimes you have to do things when you can. And unfortunately, this morning it was not going to. Ooh, my battery went out on my light. Unfortunately, it is not a matter of, was not happening this morning. So it was going to have to get filmed this afternoon. So I hope y'all are okay with all these different lighting situations, because it's the craziness of my world sometimes. But anyway, I will see y'all in the next one. By then, hopefully I will have something to say as to how I'm getting along with this. But next time, I promise I will show you my Hexicardy progress. By then, I might even be done, okay? And then my granny square rectangle, my granny stitch rectangle blanket for the donations. Get all that updated. But anyway, I'm going to see y'all later. Have a great one. Bye!